So I'm here today again to talk about relationship and more. When you build that relationship, you want to protect it. You want to make sure trust is embedded to that relationship. Whether it's your relationship with a person you networked with, whether it's your relationship with your employees, with your partners, with your customers and clients, or with your family. Trust is something maybe you cannot measure just like we measure numbers, but you can measure and how big is your circle. And I'm not saying your circle should be big. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying on how many people, when you say something, they will trust, they will believe on you, and they will know that you're telling the truth. And they trust that you're taking care of what you ever promised you're taking care of. And often, like in business, we face some problems where something goes wrong. Anything can go wrong, like maybe your employee made something wrong and a client's made, become unhappy, or maybe your software, something happened to it. Um, anything can go wrong, right? Or maybe you were sick, or you dropped communication with the client. Anything could happen. Let me tell you a story. And this is just happened to us 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we had a client that we do the taxes for them for their nonprofit. And the deadline for nonprofit is really different than other deadlines. It's mostly like May 15 for some, and so let's pretend it's May 15. And sometimes the clients take longer to give us what we need to make sure we ensure to have a correct, accurate tax return. So we have to wait for that. And then sometimes it takes longer for them to sign. And then once they sign, then we have to file. So at that time, the clients signed and then we filed the return. What happened after a few months, they got a letter from as a penalty saying, hey, you have a penalty because you were late. You filed, they put a day later than the deadline. And I was like, oh my God, what is that? So our software shows the date, which is the correct date. We told the client, hey, listen, we're gonna check with the software. So we checked with the software, and then the software showed us that it took longer. It took longer to process. So technically the IRS got it a day later. We were able to fix that for the clients because we spoke to the IRS, tell them, hey, this is a system problem, so the client is not in fault, and we fixed it for free because yes, we didn't do it. We did what we can do, and the client did not really give us everything on the timely manner for us to file ahead of time. And we did file on time, and this is kind of a system error. It took us more time to fix the problem to make sure the client is not paying penalty that they shouldn't have to pay. So that time is valuable, but we did not charge the client anything because the client is not in fault. Yes, we are not in fault, but we want to make sure we build the trust with the client. If anything goes wrong, that the client is not, it's not their problem, it's the system, it's whatever it is, but it's not the client's fault. We want to make sure the client is taken care of. We want our clients to trust that we can solve a problem for them. We can make sure they can make sure they are in compliance because we're here to take care of them. So that's the type of trust we want to build with our clients. And I'm sure that's the type of trust you want to build with your clients. Another thing, sometimes the client don't like to hear the truth. You tell them, hey, this is what happens, and this is what you have to do, and this is how much that's gonna cost. And the client may not like it because no one told them that before. And maybe they think, oh, okay, you're looking for money. But you, as a business owner, would you rather not tell the client the truth so you can keep a client, or tell them the truth and tell them how to solve it and risk that the clients might not be happy and there's a risk they might leave you? This is a question for you. I personally, with my team, rather tell the client the truth. And even if they have to leave us because no other accountant may be telling them the truth, we have to tell them the truth, because at the end, whether it's the IRS or the state, they will come behind the clients. And then what? They will come blame us and say, hey, you never told me this. And this is one of the biggest complaint from a lot of people who comes to us and wants our service. They say, oh, my client, my accountant never communicated with me. My accountant never told me what we have to do. Oh, we got this penalty, and my accountant never told me that I could get a penalty. And this is not cool. So we take trust very seriously. We make sure we communicate with the client everything that we know of, everything that we know that they have to do. Of course, we have to know all the facts from the client in order to advise them the correct way. So that's what we make sure we take care of. Let me give you another example. If you go to a doctor, would you rather the doctor tell you, oh, you don't have anything because the doctor might not want to make you mad? Or would you rather the doctor tells you the truth and say, hey, you have this disease, maybe cancer or something else, and this is how we can resolve it. This is your options. So you can take action and resolve the problem. Or would you rather the doctor say, oh, well, just rest and do nothing, you don't have anything, just so they don't want to make you angry. So you tell me, and whatever your profession, whatever business that you do, you must tell the truth, because this is how you build trust. Even if at one point the client was not happy, but believe me, they will appreciate it. And you, as a professional, you're not looking to force your client to do anything, but you do have to tell them the truth. And then the decision, it's up to them, whether they want to act on it or want to ignore it. It's up to them. But you have to tell them the truth, because you are the professional. You are the doctor. You are the accountant. You are the lawyer. You know what your client don't know. That's why they came to you. So you have to build the trust. You have to make sure you tell the truth and take any consequences for that. And yes, of course, you want to be kind, you want to be understanding, you want to do your best in communicating the truth the best way with your clients. You want to make sure you use simple language, simple terms, not technical, because the clients does not have the same profession you are or you have. They know different terminology. So when you talk to the clients about what they have to do, make sure you use simple language that everyone will understand. You're not talking to another peer that know the same thing that you know. You're talking about someone who has totally different profession, totally different experience. When they talk to you in their profession language, you may not understand, most likely, unless you have experience on that field. Same thing when you talk to them. You want to make sure you speak the same language. And keep in mind, trust, building trust is more important than just make the clients happy when you hide or lie on the truth. And remember the example that I give about going to the doctor and not telling you the truth. All right? Stay healthy, stay well, stay truthful. Build your business with trust, networking, and more.